Now what I'm going to do is go into the target areas with your 1 through 10 strikes. I assume a fighting stance. From here, angle number 1, which is a diagonal strike, I will strike to the temple, to the carotid artery, or to the clavicle. Same thing on angle number 2. Remember, it's a diagonal strike to the temple, to the carotid artery, or down to the clavicle. I want to point out again, to remember you can use the corner of the stick to strike with on the first 4 angles, or you can use the flat edge of the stick. Each one will create a different effect. Okay, now angle number 3 goes to the shoulder, if his arms are down, or the elbow. The same thing on the opposite side, which is 4, to the shoulder or to the elbow. If his hands are raised, I'll strike into the rib cage on 3 and 4, or hip bones on 3 and 4. Okay, if his hands are up like they are now, also on angle 1, 2, 3, and 4, I can strike into the hands or into the elbows if his hands are raised in a fighting situation. Okay, then drop your hands. Number 5 is a thrust. Number 5, I can thrust into the groin. I can thrust into the bladder. I can thrust up into the solar plexus, or I can go all the way through to the throat, underneath the chin, and follow right through with number 5. Number 6 is a thrust. Number 6, I can go to the eye. I can go to the upper pectoral muscle, or I can go to the center, the heart. The same thing on the opposite side. Number 7, to the eye, to the upper pectoral muscle, or to the center, the heart. Number 8 is a backhand low. Puts his foot forward here. I'm going to strike to the outside of the leg, here, to the knee, or down to the ankle bone. If he switches feet, and I want to go to the inside part of the leg, again, to the knee, or to the ankle bone. Number 9, which is the forehand strike. I'll go to the inside first, to the knee, or down to the ankle bone. If he switches feet, I go to the outside part of the leg, again with a forehand, to the knee, or down to the ankle bone. On 8 and 9, on 10, overhead strike, I can go down to the crown of the skull, or come straight down to the clavicle again. Overhead strike to the crown of the skull, or straight down to the clavicle. I want to make a point that the target areas will change depending on the type of weapon used and your height relation to your opponent. Example being his height, whether he's taller, whether he's shorter, whether you're kneeling, whether he's kneeling, target areas will change. I also want to make a point that you can experiment and use different weapons. This could be an umbrella, it could be a knife, it could be a baseball bat, it could be a sword, it could be a tire on, and we could go on and on. So you can experiment with different type of weapons on all these strikes.